happy Thursday. So I'm excited because I'm finally recording another episode for the Thought Process podcast. It's going to be episode 22. Our guest is Isaiah Spencer. He's been on the podcast before. He was one of my probably the third guest that I ever had. So the reason I'm excited is because I kind of want to see how the conversation is gonna go, because the first time around, it was my first. I'm sorry, like it was his first podcast episode as a guest. It was like my third episode, so I was kind of like still like learning. I'm still learning, obviously, but I was still like shy. I don't know how to act, questions to ask, things like that, right? So this time around, I feel a lot more comfortable behind the camera, having guests, and having a nice conversation with the guests. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to go. Just kind of compare both of them, just for fun, But yeah, that's what we have going on today. I am on my way to pick up my kid right now. So I haven't posted anything or any vlogs because this camera right here, this one, the Akaso Brave 7 LE, is a very affordable action camera, right? I bought it because like I said in my previous vlog, I've been wanting to vlog for quite a while now. I don't like walking with a big DSLR camera, talking, to myself and stuff, right? So I bought this action cam so I could attach it to my window and kind of talk and do the vlog like that, right? I've been testing this camera out. I do like the quality of the image for an outside setting. How the sun, it's bright enough so it's not as pixelated. When I'm in my living room recording with this camera, the Akaso Brave 7, it's very grainy, pixelated, and I don't like that. So I was doing a couple of DJ sets and they weren't it, right? So I think when I'm recording at home, I'll be using a DSLR camera to record the vlogs. Another thing is the audio right now. It's kind of hard for you to hear me because my car is so loud. So the mic's picking up both audio. So my voice and the car's sound. So I think that's why it's like hard for you to kind of hear me. But when I'm at home, it sounds great. It sounds good, right? So I'll kind of bring you guys behind the scenes today. I'll show you how I set up for my episodes. So this is where we sit down. Guest sits here. I sit here. This is the first setup. The first time I do this setup. So if we had more people, then we'll add a second and third mic. I use these mic stands. I had to buy this little table so I could have something for them to put their water. So every time I have a guest, I buy a thing of water. I use headphones because that helps me really hear what I'm saying, more conscious of what I'm asking, and it helps me understand, or not understand, but so I don't speak over the guest. So that's kind of the whole point behind the microphones. As far as lighting goes, I have 2 ring lights I bought at Best Buy. The cameras, I use camcorders. I use the Panasonic HC-VX870 4K. And then here we have the RGB Link video mixer. This is where all the cameras are plugged in. I could plug in up to 4 cameras. As far as the audio mixer goes, we use the Mayano, I think it's called Procaster. for podcasts. You get some special effects. Your monitor audio, echo, your lows, mids, and highs. That's about it. And then here we use the main camera. So this is camera 1, where we get the angle for both myself and the guest. Brandon, my oldest son, sits here. He takes care of, making sure everything is running smoothly. And that's about it. So it's not a crazy setup, but it does work for me. I've had people say that, they like how the whole setup feels. It feels like an actual podcast episode. So I'm constantly working on to making the whole setup better. It does get kind of pricey. I guess the more expensive items would be the cameras, right? I had 2 DSLR cameras sitting around, so that's kind of what got me going. And then eventually I bought the camcorders. The reason I got the camcorders is because my current DSLR cameras only record up to, I think, 30 minutes or 20 minutes. So the camcorders, they will record until either the camera dies or I run out of space. So that's why I chose to go with the camcorders. Eventually I'll get a third and a fourth camcorder, but they are kind of pricey. The one I bought was like, I think 800, almost 900 bucks. They are cheaper now, but still they're, up in the $600 range. So I'm gonna hold off on that until we get more episodes and we get more people, more guests into the podcast. There are a couple of people that are kind of on hold. Some people are not in town, so I have to wait for them to get back. I really want to have Clave MC back here. Clave MC is a music band. They are awesome. Last time they were here, Nate wasn't with them. Bass. Nate is the guy that plays the bass, and I would love to have them all here and run it back. So I hope that they are willing to do that. But that's a story for another day. I just kind of wanted to show you guys my whole setup. If you guys have any questions or want me to do any in-depth review of any of the items I have, like the the audio mixer, the video mixer, the cameras, the ring lights, whatever, let me know. I will be posting this on our Thought Process Podcast episode channel tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I will also kind of do little clips here and there on this channel. So thank you guys for checking out my channel. Please subscribe, like it if you wish to do that, and then I'll see you guys on the next episode or vlog. Peace.